Wow, wow, look at this. Look at this, my friends. Is this crazy or what? Mountains covered with snow completely. Oh, that's crazy. I didn't expect that. What am I getting into? And the water is frozen and everything in ice. And this is not just snow-peaked mountains. But come on, it's end of May. I don't understand something. But one thing I know, it will be 3 days and 3 nights before I can get out of this place. Come on, friends. Well, this looks a bit better. Hopefully. It is quite beautiful, I would say. Welcome to Reykjavík Airport. Grazie mille.
Grazie, alla prossima, arrivederci.
Look at this, my friends. Laskavo prosimo do Islandi. Even here on Ukrainian language, they welcome, obviously, refugees from Ukraine war. Wow. In Iceland. From Ukraine. Okay. "25 wonders of the world." Okay, they have upgraded, updated, how do you call it? The number of wonders are now bigger, is bigger. To include Iceland as well. Why not? This is one of the very rare places where you see duty-free shop at arrivals, not at departures. And quite a big one with a lot of self-checkouts and big checkouts as well, like a proper supermarket. And there was sign, make use of duty-free allowances. Well, this tells you something about this country's prices, does it? And you see here as well, Laskavo prosimo do Islandi. For those, are you coming from Ukraine and seeking protection? Wow, I'm impressed. It looks very much like Swedish. I don't know anything almost about Icelandic language, but I have heard that it's kind of similar to Danish, Swedish, Norwegian, the Scandinavian language. So, I kind of almost wanted to say that I probably will not have a clue of any word in this language, but maybe I will guess something from the Swedish and other Scandinavian languages. We'll see, we'll find out. But now I need to find out what is the cheapest way to get to the Reykjavík center. He sent me to bus companies and said the prices will be similar. So let's go to Flybus because I saw it on the map and I know that it's convenient at that end of my journey. He said it will be something, God knows how many thousand of kronas of Iceland, and I asked what would it be approximately in euros. He said something like around 25 euros or so. Welcome to Iceland with its prices. Oh, come on, friends. Where is the exchange office? Look what I got, my friends. Central bank colored papers. That's on the other side. Kind of, oh no, not the same everywhere. And look at these. The coins with fish on them. It looks like salmon. And this one looks so similar to what we had in Latvia before Euros came. Latvian lot. Very similar. The same fish, kind of, and same one lot. It was kind of similar to this. Funny. Okay, friends, let's go for the ticket.
So hello, welcome on board Reykjavík Excursions. We are going to BSI bus terminal of Reykjavík. Travel time is around 50 minutes, so please fasten your seatbelts and enjoy the ride. Thank you.
You want some funny stuff? The man 2 rows in front of me speaks in Latvian. How could you expect that to happen here? But maybe you can, I don't know. So friends, this is bus station. Let's walk in for the sake of curiosity. Is there any... No, it's just closed. Okay. I wanted to see if there are any bus timetables or something. But all good. We'll do it tomorrow. Or probably tomorrow, yeah. Sun is setting. Do you know what time is, my friends? You want to guess? I'll tell you exactly. It's 22:51, so 10 minutes before 11 p.m. and the sun is still not completely down. It should be around 11 when the sun sets and a little bit before 4 o'clock in the morning when it rises. And it's not June yet. Well, and I assume with these kind of angles of the sun, it probably should be enough light even in the darkest moment in the night to see what's around. Even now, let alone in the end of June would be, I guess, I don't know. No, it shouldn't be polar night, proper one, but not far from it. Wow, let's walk now. I think it will be something like 10-15, probably 15 minutes walk till my hostel. I saw it on the map already. Should be all good and smooth. And they're still driving. Well, my phone actually, this emergency phone doesn't do good low light pictures. It shows very, very dark, but it's actually quite light for my eye. But it is cold and wet. Well, no, wet, not wet in a sense that it would rain. You see, everything is dry. It's not raining, and it wasn't raining before as well. But the air is full of humidity. You know, it's pretty much the same thing as Ireland, but just in square, or maybe in cube even. That humid, moist, heavy, cold air which gets to your bones. and this is summer, end of spring, beginning of summer, something of that sort. End of May, 1 month before solstice. I said it probably 3 or 4 times already. I just still cannot get my head around it. And people are living here from free will. Wow, wow. That one looks like a stadium. That one looks like a church. And what is that? Everybody went in, but it sounded something like a big party. And that's definitely some bigger church. But that's for tomorrow, friends. Ah, and you see, tulips and daffodils. They have them here at the end of May. Yeah, everything is a bit late, I guess, in this kind of a spring. And I saw the mountains, not very high mountains even, but the snow is only now thawing on the tops. Look, friends, even these guys on advertisement look like they have never seen sunshine in their lives. Smart bus. I wonder why is that bus smart? Usually they put prefix smart for things which doesn't work. So then it's a good excuse why it doesn't work as intended. Because it's smart. It's supposed to be doing wonders, and then you shouldn't be too depressed if it doesn't work at all. That's smart technology. But that bus seemed to be working. Now, friends, moment of truth is coming. You see that building? That one. I have funny information about it. My hostel said that it's there, but one of my maps says the same, but other map says it's a Grand Mosque of Reykjavík, and I see the crescent there as well. Let's hope it's both, not just mosque. And it's actually called Stormoskan. So Stor would be very guessable by Swedish. Big, grand, something of that sort. I don't know Swedish so well, but I happened to be in one conference long ago in Sweden, which was supposed to have a translation in English, but it didn't when I arrived there. So I was 1 week in everything Swedish without translation. Almost without. one man kind of helped me a little bit out somewhere here and there, but basically 1 week in Swedish, and after that I could kind of understand what they're talking about. Let's see that entrance first. I see that there's an entrance. So yeah, I kind of remember some of Swedish after that, but of course it's mostly gone. But it's easily to be gotten back. And also at that time I was able to guess a lot of Swedish from my knowledge of English and German, because it's Germanic language as well. So yeah, what I was, you see, Muslima Iceland something, yeah? Oh, okay, there's an English as well, Islamic Foundation of Iceland. Yeah, Grand Mosque of Iceland. Stormosken Iceland. Doesn't sound too good. Well, nothing against mosques, but where's the hostel? Is it in the same building from the other side? Let's hope it is. Otherwise, I'm in a little bit of a trouble. Nothing here. Ah, yes, I see it. I see it, my friends. I will be sleeping this night. I have good news for you. You see that? Whew, it worked. It was both at the same building. Nice. So this is the next day already, and I think it's time to go to see something of Reykjavík. Do you want some joke, my friends? What happened? This hostel really is part of the mosque, like basement of the mosque, and I understand that it also belongs to the mosque, and it probably works like a funding source to be able to, oh no, I should take, can I go through here? I hope. It probably works like a funding source for the mosque, because I understand that it's mostly immigrants who are Muslims here, and it's a terribly expensive place, so it's not easy to keep the mosque from donations only, so they operate a hostel, and the guy who is kind of manager there, guess which country he's from? Morocco. But he was talking to me in a mixture of Arabic and Italian, because he has lived in Italy as far as I understood. And besides that, Moroccan Arabic is quite a lot different from Egyptian Arabic. But somehow we understood each other. That's funny. It's a second time already in this short trip when I stay in a hostel where the manager or owner is Arab. That's funny. Okay, friends, what do you think? Shall we go and see something of Reykjavík? Reykjavík. It's funny what kind of weather it is. It is a little bit past midday, but the sun is very low, and it feels like like what? Like when in Latvia it's early spring and snow is just thawing off, and the sun looks like this, weak, not hot, not sunshiny sun, but low angle but still bright. And as far and it's 11 degrees is the maximum what will be today. But the feeling is such that I need 2 jumpers and wool hat, and only then it feels okay. Well, I may be a little bit exaggerating, but no, it's roughly like this. And that guy is working there with his t-shirt, you see, because for him it's warm. It's like a warm, nice sunny day. And I remember when I was in Ireland, it was kind of the same. When even myself I was a little bit used to already, but the local guys, they were walking in t-shirt in summer and in winter. Irish summer and Irish winter, I should add, probably. So you just get used to these things. And as far as I understand, I shouldn't be moaning and whining at all about the weather, because it's sunshine, no clouds, you see, which I understand isn't very often. And 11 degrees shouldn't be something to be complaining about, but it's a nice warm weather. It could be worse, and it could be raining. So I should count myself lucky, although it feels quite weird after Egypt and Italy. But it's interesting, it's very much different. We'll see what else we can see during this day. Will be interesting, I think. And this park is called Klambratun, whatever that means. And I'm not sure also if I pronounce it correctly, but that's what I read on my Google map. Yeah, it's quite pleasant. It really reminds me of Ireland. A lot of things around here. And by the way, I was talking to one Icelandic guy who is also staying in my hostel. He's from Iceland, but obviously from some other city or town. And when he was asking which country I'm from, I said Latvia, but I have lived in Ireland for the last 11 years. And he said, Ireland, oh, that's my motherland. And I was asking, what does he mean, motherland? And then he said, well, that's who we are. He said, our fathers came, they are Vikings that came from Norway, and our mothers are slaves who were gotten in Ireland by those Vikings and taken with them. And they moved here, and that's how the Iceland population formed. Is it true, friends, do you know? Or is it just his opinion about how our Icelandic population came about? Huh. It's quite possible to get away with Swedish often, to figure out what it means. Folkgata. I'm not sure about the pronunciation though, but folk is obviously people, and gaten in Swedish is street, so people's street. And I bet it should mean the same in Icelandic as well. Well, this country has nice cars as well. I didn't expect that. I thought everything is new and expensive here. And look at this. Nice dandelions. It feels like early spring, kind of. But it is end of May, just in case you're watching this video who knows when, which probably will be the case because it will take time for me to edit it. So I hope it's okay to cross. Yes, they have red. Can you hear that? look at that panorama behind. This is quite nice. And here you see there is something akin to bell tower or what. And here is something properly huge. It's called Hallgrímskirkja. Lord knows only how to pronounce it properly. It might be something completely off of what I said. But I can definitely say that Swedish for sure helps here, because Hallgrims, I don't know what is that, but Kirkja is pretty clear, because på svenska church means kyrka, and it's written kyrka but pronounced kyrka, so obviously it's the same root. It means church, and this is the big cathedral. And guys, it's properly big, like it's really big. I know it will not show on the screen 1/3 of what it is in life, but it's huge. It's like Icelandic rocks, cliffs, I don't know how to call it. Who is that dude? Some Viking or whom? We'll get to you, dude, a bit later. But first, my friends, look at this. It doesn't fit in my viewfinder. How big it is. Wow, that's impressive. So much concrete. I wonder, is it open? Can we get in? Let's try that one. And here I think I shouldn't be even using my stealth mode for filming. You see, it's open. Because in this country I don't think anybody would be bothered by things getting filmed. Tower is closed, church is closed. Okay, let's go to stealth mode. As I was about to enter my stealth mode, the guy came out and he said it's closed. But the way he said it, I should have filmed it actually. After that, I was thinking, I kind of slept well this night. Why I don't understand anything? And it wasn't language barrier. He spoke good English. But he was explaining the opening and closing times for the tower and for the church separately in such a way that I still couldn't get what it means. Anyway, I got the message. Go out. It's not it's not open now. And when will it open, who knows? Let's forget about it. Let's go and greet that Viking man or whoever he is. Well, look at this, guys. It's Leifur Eriksson, son of Iceland, discoverer of Vinland. And Vinland, I have read it some time ago that they called United States Vinland. And these guys, obviously this dude, were discovering America long before Columbus went there. And I have heard also many stories about how insignificant was the Columbus discovery, because this dude has done it already. But of course, it's not about discovering. Indians were living in US, well, today's US, long before that. The thing which was of importance to history as we know it was what Columbus did, because that changed the European perception of the world more than anything else. But yeah, I can understand. Icelanders must be proud of this dude who was first from this side of the Atlantic to discover America. Did I say it right? Did I explain it understandably? Tell me if not. I like how they make things colorful in a place which naturally is quite grey. Well done, Icelanders. And what is this, my friends? Valdis. That's a typical Latvian name, but I kind of refuse to believe that it could be some Latvian who opened that shop. Although, who knows? That Iceland chap whom I met this morning, he was telling me that there is approximately 10% of the population in Iceland, they're foreigners, and most come from Eastern Europe, especially Poland, but also Lithuania and Latvia. So who knows? Oh, whoa. That's nice. That's a car. That one I understand. You really feel like you are driving if you have this one to drive. Of all things, sun Voyager. How much sun do you get in this country? Well, today we shouldn't be complaining at all. Look at that. But usually, this reminds me of that saying, I don't remember it exactly, but the idea was, I don't remember who was it who said it, but the idea was that the thing you lack, you talk about. Like people who talk about freedom all the time, they lack freedom. And if people talk about money all the time, they lack money. And those who lack sex, they talk about sex in every conversation. And politicians, they like to talk about morality, ethics and integrity. Guess what they lack? I forgot who was it who said this thing. And that thing is called Sun Voyager. So I can imagine these Vikings, yeah, in English, they should be sitting here drinking beer and trying to remember when was the last day when they saw sunshine. Was it last year or was it this year? Let's build a boat and go somewhere where we could find sunshine, and let's call the boat Sun Voyager. Could that be how it came about? But look at that, my friends. And wind comes from there. You can imagine how I feel. I have 3 thick wool layers on me, and my hands are stiff. My ears are almost burning how cold it is. And it's end of May. Wow. But it's cool to be here. I enjoy it. Although I can't imagine myself living here. My respect to you Icelanders who are still living here and who haven't emigrated with something like that, Sun Voyager, to somewhere in Spain or Italy or even further south. My respect to you. But it is amazing to be here, I must admit it. And while looking at this beast, Sun Voyager, I remembered a joke from Ireland of the same topic. You know, Irish like to joke about themselves and about the sunshine in Ireland. And I actually have heard 2 jokes about it. One joke was that 2 Irishmen in a pub, they're talking among themselves, and one of them is saying, you know, this was amazing summer, hot and warm and sunshine and everything. And another Irishman is listening it, and his eyebrows go up because he couldn't understand what he's talking about, like there hasn't been any sun at all. And then the first one is continuing, yeah, but the only problem is that summer happened to be on Thursday when I had to work. Or another joke, I saw an advertisement in Dublin when they were advertising, I don't remember, mineral water or something, which was Irish water, and they were proud for it to be properly Irish, purely Irish. And the ad said, it is so Irish that it thinks that Sun is a newspaper. You know the newspaper Sun. So to be Irish means you don't know what Sun is even. That was kind of the idea of that advertisement. And that was in Ireland, in Dublin. Let alone this place, my friends. This is by far more extreme on the same scale. Yep. Such places breed shipbuilders who build ships and dream about sailing somewhere south. Well, just please don't get me too seriously, friends. Can we make a deal about it? Otherwise you'll take me seriously and you'll believe what I say, then it will be a problem. But the place is amazing. Properly amazing. To visit. Not to live, of course. Means green. And this beast, if I'm not mistaken, is called Harpa Concert Hall and Conference Center. So yeah, they have something else besides banks as well in this country. Kind of. By the way, anybody of you know, friends, is it true that Iceland sits pretty much on banking sector and nothing else? Well, maybe they start mining Bitcoin as well now these days. But I understood that a while ago they didn't have almost anything else besides a huge inflated banking sector, because this country made itself to be a paradise for the big banks. And that was the reason why in the international big financial crisis, when was it, 2008, 2009, when was it? When the whole banking industry collapsed, surprise, surprise. When that happened, Iceland was hit like no other country. That they literally had empty shelves at the shops and so on, because the banking industry was all they got, and that collapsed. Is it true? I heard it somewhere. I read about it somewhere, don't remember anymore. Let me know if you know something about it. I see some dude standing on that hilltop as well. Shall we go and explore who he is? You see, that side of the hill is empty, and here are people. Can you guess why? First, there is something very strange for Iceland. Sun shining, and second, the wind, the breeze from the sea comes from there. When I was there, I was freezing with all my wool layers. Now behind all the houses and behind a little bit of wind shadow, how do you call it? It feels better. And when you sit on that side in the sun, you can kind of catch some tan even. But who is this dude? My Google Maps says that there is nobody here, but obviously somebody is standing there. Can we find it out? Ah, here it is. Yeah, I couldn't say that it made me much wiser. But in any case, hello dude. Yeah, you can sure enjoy the sunshine and warm, sunny summer day except my fingers and hands and arms are red and stiff from the cold. But I like this place. I keep joking about it, but I do enjoy it. Yeah, and it's easy for me to joke about it now in summer, when it's sunshine, no rain, and when the sun is setting at 11 p.m. and rising at 3 something in the morning. What would I do in winter here? That would be some torture. In winter, I guess, like in end of December, it might be only a couple or maybe 4 hours of any sunlight at all, and even that would be more like dawn slowly turning into dusk. Nothing else. Try live like that. I had a friend actually who has been living in Murmansk before, and just in case you don't know, Murmansk is the biggest city behind Polar Circle in the north in Russia, and there is properly like this, yeah, polar night and polar day, crazier than here even. And I was asking him, how is it, like, how do you live, how do you feel, how does it feel like to live like that? And he said, yeah, humans are not like pigs, they get used to anything. You just get used to it. You don't see any natural light for a few months, only artificial lighting. That's just what it is. You just get used to it. The only thing is that from there everybody tries to escape in middle of summer to the big land, as they say, to большую землю, somewhere south, like Sochi. I have to show you something, my friends. Look at this. Look and read. This tells you everything about this country, doesn't it? It's not Egypt, my friends. You won't be selling any air conditioning units here. You have only one thought in your mind if you live in this country. Yes, this thought. What a cute little place. Lovely, I could say even maybe. Vikings at work. Have you noticed their favorite material of cladding for walls? This corrugated, is it steel or aluminum or what is it? Everywhere. Yeah, this tells you something about the climate, doesn't it? Nice. I got one idea. Shall we explore the prices? I think it might be as funny as any other thing in this country. Let's see. 160 grams of cheese. That's about 7 euros. Another cheese. That's around 11 euros. I just calculated before filming this. Do you still have appetite, my friends? Do you still want to eat, really? And probably I should say as well that today is year 2022 and it is end of May, because I think it's pretty obvious that the central banks will keep printing more money. They have no way out of this situation, and we are about to see big hyperinflation in the whole world in the next months and years. So it will make sense for you to know when it happened, what I filmed, because after a couple of years these prices will look very cheap, probably even. How do you like this dude, my friends? That's some character. Nice. Nice. Things that make you smile. Oh yeah, friends, I feel really happy that I have a lot of food with me. I bought quite a bit of food in Venice before I left Italy, and I still have some of my nuts, figs and dates from Egypt. I ate a lot of them already because of the reasons which I explained to you in my previous videos, the embarrassing reasons. But I still have enough, I think, for these 3 days, so I don't think I'll be buying any food in this country, just for the sake of prank maybe. Yep, these countries make you feel happy about carrying your food on your shoulders. This is About page of my YouTube channel, and if you scroll down you will find the link to my Patreon, where I post more personal videos which are not meant for the general public in YouTube. Aha. Radhus. Hus is house in Swedish, and Rad in German is, how do you call it? Local council, something of that sort. I don't have the word in English for the moment. Look at this, my friends. They're sitting like if it was summer. Is that cool or what? And yeah, there is sunshine here, and this building shelters them from the sea breeze, and it is kind of relatively pleasant spot to be in, which obviously they have noticed and make a good use out of it. Well done, Icelanders. That's a clever thing to do here. I wonder, who are you, sir? Can I have your name or something? No, I probably can't. But that's alright. It was nice to meet you anyway. And you know, friends, this thing, my Google Maps says, is Reykjavík's cathedral. Didn't we see one already? Or is this maybe the old cathedral before the big monster was built? Or did I not understand something? Which is highly likely. And just in case, friends, small reminder, never take me too seriously. It's a grave mistake to take seriously anything I'm talking about. I hope you have learned that by this far already, if you have watched any of my videos before. Just a small disclaimer to keep us all safe. Is it open? I doubt, but let's try it. Let's try it anyway. Of course. Why should it be open? It's not built for people. Sorry, friends. I'm going too far probably with these. But it's nice. Okay, it's mid of 19th century. And that new big monster definitely is younger than this one. Okay, makes some sense. And here should be some nice lakes and parks and something of that sort. Yeah, in a lovely sunny day like this, what could be better? To walk along the shores of this lake in the park and enjoy this place. How not to be grateful to be able to be here just at the right time. And even price-wise, by the way, I noticed that everything, including air tickets, including hostels, it becomes very expensive in June, July, because that's when everybody comes here. And now it's end of May. It's the last moment when it's still affordable pricing. Like, I got my hostel for 21 euros per night, which for Iceland is pretty much free. You don't get things so cheap in this country usually. How not to be grateful? And we have sunshine. Nice. And this one here must be the National Gallery of Iceland. Oh yeah, it's even written there. Nice. So it definitely is. It's nice sometimes to see some confirmation that I'm not telling you some stupid illusions, but reality. Just for a change. That one is something a bit old, 1909, and it says Kvenna Skólin. Skólin should be pretty sure it's school, but what is Kvenna? Could it be like in, which one is it? Danish language, was it? Kvinn is woman or girl, I'm not sure. So could it be girls' school? Anybody know, my friends? Could you help me out? What does it mean? What a lovely place. This place is called Hliomskala Park. I'm not sure if it's Hliomskala or how do you pronounce this park, but something of that sort. Just in case you're looking for it on a map. Look at this high-tech thing, my friends. If you shout in here, the sound goes there, and it comes out and blasts off their feet everybody on that shore. Literally, if you shout in there, it would knock everybody there out of their socks. Well, I'm trying to advertise Icelandic high-tech stuff, but I'm probably overselling it, to be honest. Yeah, and it looks like these guys are building and building. They aren't stopping here. And that one there is the runway of the old Reykjavík airport, small one, which isn't properly used now. Maybe it's for some private jets, I don't know. Some domestic flights maybe, not sure. And that thing up there, that dome building, is some cool, expensive, revolving restaurant. And actually, very near there is the mosque where I'm staying. The hostel, I should say, probably. Which is the same thing in my case. I'll be crossing the big street here because I want to go south towards the sea, because I saw one very cool spot on my map there. It's a bit of a walk, but the weather is nice, and I don't mind to have some good walk in order to see something which might be very interesting for myself and for yourselves, my friends. Do you know what it could be? You'll have to guess until I get there. I will not tell you. Look how clever actually they have made their balconies with these walls towards more northern side to shelter from the sea breeze and wind, and then you can stretch on your balcony and get to enjoy some sunshine, because don't forget, you live in a place with surroundings like that. That's snow still at the end of the May, and that's not very high mountains. Yeah. You see the plane? These guys are using this airfield. I have literally walked all around that airfield before I showed you from the north side, and this is the very southern tip of the airfield, and we still have a little bit more to go. Yeah, this is the place to go for enlightenment. And that bird has lost all of its wings, unfortunately, for some reason. And somewhere there is the place down there which I'm looking for. Technically I should be going on the road like this and like that, but I have a tempting feeling. What would happen if I walked here? It wouldn't be too rude, I guess. Let's try it out. It actually did work. I didn't have to go all the way back. So this is the place, my friends. This is a natural beach, well, kind of natural, south of Reykjavík, and I'm getting cold just to look how they are sunbathing in these temperatures. Okay, let's forget about that. Let's not think about that. But the funny stuff about this place is that there is some, not exactly geyser, but some natural hot spring water, and I think it might be this one, but I'm not sure. And you know what's most surprising? It looks like there is no fence around and there is no entrance fee. It's just a publicly opened place. Maybe this is the place where the hot spring is coming from, where they're bathing in the hot water. Can it really be that even such a penniless person for Icelandic measures as me will be able to come in and enjoy this place for free? Well, that's impressive. Let's find out. As far as I understand, up there is that hot spring which comes out of somewhere, geothermal something. Then it goes into this, and then it empties into this lagoon, which is also warm because of that, and only then it falls down into that inlet, fjord or whatever it's called in the sea, which is already cold where that guy is swimming. Good luck. Let's touch it. Wow, it actually is quite nice. Well, maybe a little bit colder than Nile in Egypt, but just a little bit. It's not bad. So there it must be really warm, I guess. Let's go. And this is where it is overflowing from this place into that lagoon. This is even properly warm, like your bathtub in a house.
Hey, something.
Amazing. And what could be up there? Might be too hot even. You can actually see steam coming of that shower. Yeah, just in case you need more info, there is name of this place and there is website for this place as well, just in case you're curious where I am. So that's the place from the seaside. I came here to see what is this place. Is it hot or why is it circled like this? No, it's not hot. Is it just sandbox for kids? Or what is it? Or sandbox for cats? I hope not. I'll have to wash my hand otherwise. That's the edge where I was. And that's the pitch. Not pitch, what do you call it? The inlet basically, where I wasn't. And that's to the end of that inlet. Fjord is it called? Probably. I guess all inlets in Scandinavian countries should be called fjords. Or maybe I'm wrong. And there you can see snow. And it's not high. I forgot already, I saw it on the map. Was it 300 meters, 400 meters above sea? It's not high. It's not because it's so high. No, it's not Everest, my friends. But you see, there is still snow in the end of May. This is my Patreon page. Did you know that you can choose there any monthly subscription fee that you want? There are no limits. You can leave the $5 per month, or you can enter something more substantial if you want to support me more. Or you can also enter something so small that you will not even feel it in your monthly budget. But it will still make a big difference for me, especially if there will be many such patrons like you. You can use PayPal or card payments, whichever you prefer. The Patreon subscription payments will be made automatically each month, and you can change or cancel them at any time. Now friends, let's look for the way home. And instead of going the same way, the normal way, I'm thinking to go here and see if I can take this shortcut and see one more interesting place on the way. And yeah, if you know me a little bit, is that the drinking water? That's amazing, that's what I wanted. It was cold, but it was very tasty. Recommended, guys. Pity I didn't take my bottles with me. I would be happy to fill them with this water. It's much more tastier than that rotten egg water which I have in the pipes in my hostel. That sulphurish water. I don't think it's bad, it's just a little bit like rotten eggs. Yeah, what I was saying, if you know me from the previous videos, I'll let you guess. What is the likelihood, what do you think, my friends, that I will be getting this shortcut, and that's the university, by the way, from the other side. What's the likelihood that I'll be getting that shortcut? Was that some canal of some, who knows, hot or whatever water? Anyway, redundant now. What is the likelihood that I'll get straight home through the trails on this side, instead of walking towards the center and then back to hostel? Or what is the likelihood that I'll get stuck against some fence or gate which is closed, and I'll have to walk all the way back. What percentage would you give me? Let's see and explore. Would it work or not? This far it looks good. Birds are singing beautifully. What a lovely spring day. Spring? It's kind of summer already, but feels like spring. My Google map says that somewhere here is something called Asatru Temple. Yeah, Asatru something. Okay. And the only other explanation which I saw was place of worship, whatever it means. Anybody knows what it is? I just noticed on my way. I didn't see it before even. It's something obviously under reconstruction or excavation or who knows what. How to not like these songs? You know, I have to get there through somehow, and I see that there's some small trail or something. Let's try. If I can get through here, I will save a good distance of walking. That was some loud bird. I much preferred the song of the previous bird which I filmed to you, and the ones here. Can you hear them? I scared them probably. Huh? Uh-huh. That's the music. That's a proper music. I start to like Iceland more and more. But not for living, friends. Don't get your hopes too high. I still regard this island as uninhabitable or unfit for human habitation. That's the right terminology probably. But for visiting, amazing, amazing. I thoroughly enjoy every minute here. Yeah, we got here. That's what we wanted. Nice. Now just straight. And yeah, I must say I do have a good deal of respect towards Icelandians. How do you call them? Icelandic people. Iceland inhabitants. To live here out of free will in the conditions when you could have easily gone somewhere warmer. My respect to you guys, Icelanders. Like I can imagine, from these prices, is that a rabbit? Let's see how close does he let me. How close can I come before he gets scared away? Amazing. I was really close, like 5 meters maybe, and that was without zoom when I was filming. Wow. But I was surprised about the color. Like it looked like a home rabbit, not a wild one. Maybe feral? I don't know. In any way, what I was about to say, that in Iceland, from these prices here and from this climate here, you can literally go anywhere and it will be better. Without joking. And also, I can imagine that if you own not even a house, not even a flat, just a small 3 square meter room in a moldy basement with tiny 30 by 30 centimeter window looking in nowhere without sunshine. And even that small, moldy, smelly room, if you rent out here in Iceland, the price will be such that for that money you'll be able to rent a good-sized villa in south of Italy or Portugal or Greece and live like a half king. And for these guys who own a flat or home here, and they live here all year round. Look at this. Hello, friend. I'm too loud for you, probably. That's amazing, the amount of wildlife here. Yeah, and these guys who own a flat or apartment or house or something, and they choose to stay here all year round, instead of renting that out for huge money and live like a king in southern half paradise. Yeah, you have my respect, guys, who are doing this. You must have some dedication or stupidity or both. But in any case, it is properly, what do you call it in English? In Russian you would call it podvig. The heroistic deed, how do you call it? Something of that sort. To live here and not build a sun Voyager, a boat to sail away from here to somewhere sunshiny and warm. Yeah, my respect to you Icelanders. You are tough people. Yeah, my love towards shortcuts sometimes can be a bit excessive. Unfortunately, there is a fence there. We'll have to walk around. Now we are getting somewhere. Can you see that odd-shaped building? That's my home here in Iceland. Well, that's the mosque, and under that in the basement is my hostel. Yeah, it is quite beautiful. Nice. Home sweet home. It looks funny pointing towards a mosque to say home. But no, it is. And also I saw the name of the hostel is SM Hostel. I think I can guess where this SM comes from. Stormoskan, Grand Mosque Hostel. Interesting. Yeah, friends, I think I'll call it a day. It is already 7:30 p.m. something, or if more maybe. And the only thing, I can now walk in and I can invite you to my home. Can I make you a tea or coffee or make some sandwich? I have some fresh Italian food with me, fresh from yesterday's Venice. But yeah, I can just blah 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 about it. But it will probably be difficult to give you a sandwich through the screen of whatever you're watching this video on. Yep, friends, I think I'll see you tomorrow. No, probably not even tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm actually planning to go somewhere inland to see some crazy nature stuff, but it will be tricky. I'll explain you why. Let's keep it for a different video. But yeah, I'll see you on this video after a couple seconds for you, but probably day after tomorrow for me. I actually remembered, friends, that besides my Italian stuff, I also have this thing from Bosnia will make it proper nice dinner. Tomorrow will be, I wanted to say a hard day, but we'll see how hard it will be. Eventful day, that's the word. Well, actually, it has no wind here, so I guess the worst is still not here. So, not too bad, my friends. Just wet. This is some big hospital, but yeah, it looks like I will be able to get through there, around this building site. On my map there was a clear way in the middle of that thing, but looking at what's going on there, you can surely forget about that road for a good while. But yeah, we'll be able to get here, I think. Ingangur, or whatever it's pronounced. And that should be the bus station. Oh, it's pleasantly warm. Nice. Fly bus to Reykjavík Airport. That's exactly what we need. 1400. Nice. This must be it. Friends, yes, it feels so good to leave this place. Hello, Reykjavík Airport.
Yeah,
thank you. Reykjavík, the Smoky Bay. I don't know how true it is, but it might be true. One person told me that Reykja means smoky and Vík is bay, so Smoky Bay. And it looks like it never gets dark here. It's something past 10 o'clock at the evening and it's still light and the sun is up just behind those clouds. Okay, my friends, as we enter the clouds here, I think that should be the end of the Reykjavik video as well. So, I wish you all the best of luck in whatever you are doing, my friends, and see you in some other time, in some other place. All the best. If you'd like to hear more from me and support me in my ways, you're more than welcome to become my patron. Find the link to my Patreon page just under the description of my YouTube channel's About page.